My name is Dawn Dannenbring. I was raised by a very principled mother, and the environment, I'm organizing on the environment now, and I did a lot of organizing before we got involved in environmental organizing, and I really feel like it's coming to a zenith now because I'm super passionate about the environment. My mom had me read Rachel Carson's Silent Spring when I was about 10 or 11 years old. So, I was raised on the fact that we have this one planet and we need to take care of it. It's not only my vocation, it's also my avocation. I read about this stuff when I'm not at work. If something happened and I was no longer working for IPA, I would still want to be involved in the work that IPA was doing. So it gets in your blood, and it's a good thing. It's not something to shy away from. If we really want to make a difference in the world that we live in, we need more people that are willing to step up, not less. Well, before IPA was IPA, it was a group called the Central Illinois Organizing Project, and it was founded by my husband, and so I volunteered for the organization, and I volunteered for about 12 years before I came on as staff. I'm the lead organizer, particularly on environmental issues, but nobody does just one thing here. So I also organize on payday lending. Right now, that's another one of our active campaigns. In the past, I've also organized on foreclosures and living wage. Whatever campaign is going at the time, sometimes there's a need for all hands to be on deck. So,
yeah.
But I took the lead on the environmental organizing, which started in about 3 years ago when it looked like fracking was coming to the state of Illinois. And one of our leaders brought the issue to us and said, it looks like Illinois might be considering fracking, and I think that's something we should be organizing on. So we did a listening campaign and went out to our member groups and the community and asked people if they knew what fracking was, and if they did, how they felt about it, and whether or not we should be organizing on it. And if we were organizing on it, were they willing to work on it? And the very first public meeting we had, 175 people turned out. So, and that was just here in Bloomington. That was a local meeting. So it seemed like it was an issue that touched some raw nerves. So the first action that I ever went on was on a predatory lender, and it was down in Springfield. And I was so nervous when the police came, because the institution called the police, that I thought I was going to throw up. I mean, I was really scared. And our director had reassured us that nobody would get arrested, make sure that, that there would be a police liaison, and that person would work with the police, and that if the police said, now it is time for you to go, we always obey the law. So, but I was still nervous. But I would say I have always been involved. So I was involved in political campaigns before I was able to vote. I would go out with my older siblings and canvass neighborhoods and get out the vote. And as I mentioned earlier, the environment has always been a huge issue for me, so I was involved in certain issues. I would say my understanding of injustice has broadened as a result of being involved in community organizing.